Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Retief. And tonight we are looking at another Arran, and it is the Arran Malt Rum Cask finish. Quite looking forward to nosing and tasting it and to see if I can get a little bit of that rum finish or that rum taste. Do like a good rum. It is a single malt whiskey. It is a Belgium exclusive release from 2018. This one was distilled in 2007. So if my math is correct, about 11-year-old whiskey. Bottled at 46% ABV, matured in ex-bourbon cask, and then they also have a second maturation, and that is in rum cask from the Plantation distillery. So cost-wise, €60 per bottle, but I've also seen it advertised up to €90 for the same bottle. Seems a little bit expensive. So there was only 1,500 bottles produced. So I was a little bit surprised to see at my online store that they still have available. So if you are quick, so you can also get one of these bottles here in Belgium. So onto the whiskey. Color-wise, a nice light golden color. Probably natural color, being Arran, and of course at 46% ABV, it will be non-chill filtered. So on the nose, cheers. Now it's a nice, sweet, aromatic nose coming out. A little bit of that reminds me a little bit of a caramelized apples or some stewed apples with a little bit of a caramel that was added to it. I also get a little bit of a vanilla note from the ex-bourbon casks. Also a little bit of a creamy note. So it's a light creamy note. It reminds me a little bit of a Baileys. That's quite pleasant. I also get a little bit of a citrus note, but not very strong. It reminds me a little bit of like a lemon rind with a little bit of a sugar added. So it's quite a sweet on the nose. So alcohol-wise, it's 46% ABV. I don't really get it, even if I do the total unralphing and agitated. There is a hint of alcohol coming out now, but normally not a lot of alcohol coming out. Coming back to the rum, I'm not sure if I do smell the rum. Maybe if I use my imagination, knowing that it is supposed to be a rum cask finish, I do get a little bit of a rum note. But I think if you're given this one to me in a blind tasting, I'm not sure if I would pick up any rum notes. So not overly complex. Well, it's not complex at all, but it's just a nice nosing whiskey. And I think anybody that tries it will enjoy it. It is just a safe whiskey. So on the taste, cheers. So it's quite sweet. I do get the alcohol. It's quite a hot, spicy alcohol. It reminds me a little bit of a chili note coming out as well. So there's that warmth, hot feeling in your mouth. So for me, on the taste, it definitely feels a lot hotter than the 46% ABV. Let's give it one more try. Definitely quite hot, quite spicy. And when you get that past that initial hit of the alcohol, you go into a nice toffee note coming out, a big toffee note. Really nice. Creamy mouthfeel. Feels also a little bit oily in the mouth. We give it one. Now I know that it's supposed to have a rum note in it, and maybe it's just the power of suggestion, but I do get that sugary sweetness that you normally associate with a rum, but not a dark rum. It's more like a light type of rum that I get, so I don't get that barley sugar sweetness of it. But I do get a little bit of a rum note in the taste. It's quite a lot of sweetness in it. And I think that is the only association that I can make with a rum is that sweetness. And I can just imagine people wanting to add a little bit of a Coke to this one. This is how I grew up, rum and Coke. We called it the sweet lips. So, yeah, it's nothing complex. It's nothing that you're going to sit for hours and nosing and tasting on it. I think it's something that you just pour, you drink, and enjoy it and forget about it. So if I look at the finish, for me it starts with a nice sweetness. Then I get that strong, oaky, spicy, hot alcohol note coming out. And then that little bit of a chili note coming out with that little bit of a burning sensation. And then I get left with a little bit of an oaky sweetness. And it's quite a short finish for me. So would I recommend it? I think if you can get hold of it at the 60 euros, a little bit of expensive, I think, but definitely not go pay 90, more than 90 euros for this one. It is 11 years old, so not a bad price if you can get it for 60 euros for the bottle. And definitely recommend it. Try it. Leave me a comment. What do you think? Or have you tried it already? Did you get the same notes as I did? And of course, you came this far, you might as well ring that notification bell, subscribe, have a look at my Patreon account, have a look at my Buy Me a Coffee. I also have a merchandise store. And of course, remember 100% of all the money that comes in from all these different accounts will go towards children in South Africa. We are currently looking after 35 children, 85 families facing a difficult time during this pandemic. So if you feel the need to help somebody else out and you have a couple of euros or a couple of dollars to spare, think of this one. Drop me a link and let me know if you can assist. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Cheers.